Yes. It's late.
That is true. I guess just to start, just obviously your first win in SEC play. Just how big is it to get that under your belt?
It's huge for the kids, for their mindset. Did you see how we started the game? They're not robots. They're not computers. They feel. And all I've been working on is mindset. And talking to them how I'm working on my own mindset. I showed them a card that I have 5 things written on. I read before I go to bed. I read when I wake up in the morning. And I take it with me because if I start getting negative thoughts, I read it then. Because if I'm hurting, they're really hurting. If I'm tired, they're exhausted. We've cut back on practice time. We've cut back on some different things. I want them to be fresh mentally and physically. You can't go long. And I'm telling the staff, we're not overdoing individual work. Let them do it on the court. Nice having Nelly playing, and I made the statement out there on the radio. Sunday, I've spent about 8-9 hours in the office. One of the things I did was watch their game against Texas A&M, FAU, because I wanted to see how they played them again. I thought I knew, but let me go back. Maybe I missed something. No, they played them exactly how we're playing them. They did. And so the difference was he had a lot more shots than he had here. But did good stuff today. I thought Carter Knox was really good making those free throws. How about the 2 free throws that we made when DJ made them? I mean, you know, and then the offensive rebounds. And the last play by Adu, come on. I told him at halftime, guys, you missed every 3, and we're still in the game. We're down 5 baskets. Don't go nuts. We're fine. We'll make shots. Our 7'2" guy's the only guy to make a 3, and it was right at the buzzer at the end of the half. Come on, we're fine. But it's hard when you're not winning or, you know, to get in that mindset that we're fine. If you won 5 games, you're looking at each other, we'll be fine. We're coming back and beating them. If you lose, now all of a sudden it's a different deal. So, but I'm happy for the kids. It's nice to get it off their back, and now we keep playing. Let's see how we build on this. Play a good Oklahoma team Saturday. Oklahoma had these guys down at Georgia pretty good. And then Georgia came back and did some stuff, made some shots, got a steal or 2, and all of a sudden won the game. But Oklahoma's good. And Oklahoma, I think, won their last game too.
Then you mentioned the free throws there. You struggled to get to the line against Missouri and LSU, but you get 34 attempts tonight. Just was there a difference in approach, or how'd you guys take this?
Okay, so when we're grinding it out a little bit more, if you noticed. So that's one of the things. We're still playing fast. We're still taking shots where you have them, but we're doing some things to move people around. Second thing, did you kind of notice we said we got to throw it to the post more? So that's what we did. When you do that, you're getting fouls, and when you're driving, which we always do, sometimes they're not. But the biggest thing in this game is we out-rebounded them by 10. Now, that's one of the best rebounding teams, offensively especially, in the country. And so for us to go do that, it just tells you we're not that far. Let's go. Without Boogie, you know, we learned that he needed the surgery. I had Sunday all day to prepare, Monday's practice, a lot of scrimmaging because we had to, because new guys in different spots. And then Tuesday, you can't scrimmage. We went a little bit against the GAs. But I'm concerned about my team right now. I'm more locked into my team than who we're playing next. I got to get us right, or it doesn't matter who we're playing. And we're starting to get there. We're starting to figure out how we're going to have to play. Biggest thing, every player on the team helped us. Some helped more than others. That's fine. No one killed us. So everybody helped us. Now, there are times we just need you to really play good, and maybe 1 or 2 of you play great so you can beat a really good team, a team that's you're not supposed to beat. Well,
It's in the offensive rebounds. Of course, you clobbered them in second chance points. But what about kind of turning the tide with the turnovers. And you mentioned Nelly. I think he had at least 3 steals and maybe forced a couple more. What did you think about the turnover part, especially in the second half?
Well, again, it's 2 guys. Nelly and Adu had 6 of our 10. So we got to talk to them about, let's look at your turnovers. Was that necessary? It's a crowded court. Don't go in there. Don't. Go and step back and shoot a jumper. I'd rather you shoot than turn it over. So that's all stuff that our staff will watch the tape tomorrow. We'll walk through offense and defensive things with them. Maybe have the staff, we'll talk to them a little bit about some Oklahoma stuff. No tape, nothing. This is a day, and then Friday we're going to come back and get after it and get ready for a game on Saturday.
Rotation to 8 players. Were you surprised at all that by the end of the game Georgia had multiple guys foul out, and your guys hung in there with a shorter rotation?
These guys have fought all year. They have not given up on any game. They just haven't, and they didn't give up on this game. Somebody told me it was the second largest deficit at halftime in this building to win a game. And how old's the building? So it's a pretty good thing. And that's with a team that had lost a bunch of games prior to. So, like I said, my job, look, I got to hold them accountable while picking them up, being positive, hugging them, but holding them accountable. You got a job to do. I just love the spirit of the team, and it's our chance to write our own story, how this thing finishes. And I said, I told my wife, I'm sorry I put you through this stuff. I told Hunter, sorry I'm putting you through this stuff. Told the fans, sorry I'm putting you through this stuff. But you know what? Thinking about it for me, I have been so blessed my whole life. My whole life. People look at me and say, how in the world? I can't go crazy over a bump in the road. I can't. I've been too blessed. The second thing is, I want this to make me a better coach. I want this to give me some ideas of this is when you win 30 in a row, done a couple times, but it's a totally different feel than what we went through. And so this will be, for me, and I told them, if it's going to make me a better coach going through this, it's going to make them better players going through this. But it's hard. You want to win every game. Come on. You know me as a coach and what I've done and what the expectations are the minute I step in. And I said, and Coach Buckman came up and had a great talk with me today. Appreciate him. Our staff, I hear from Sam. Guys are calling, keep fighting. So this is a good thing. I'm just happy I'm here. I want to say I'm happy I'm going through this, but I'm really not. But what I am is, let me learn from this and make sure I stay focused on these kids. Make sure, and I call them kids. Some of them are 23 years old. They're still my kids. But make sure that I'm focused on them and getting their mindset right, because they'll be able to look back on this experience 20 years from now, 5 years from now, and be able to take things from it where adversity hits. And you know and I know it hits all of us. It hits us in different ways. How do you deal with it? What does it do to your attitude? Can you stay positive? Can you stay up? Can you stay focused? Can you keep grinding? And like I said, I'm happy we won a game for them, the players. We needed to get off the snide. When Boogie went down, everybody was saying they may not win a game. Well, that was wrong. Now let's see what we can do and where we can go from there. Thanks, folks.